Hello everyone, it's Thursday, late morning, a little after 11 o'clock, and yeah, it's going to be a warmer day today, about 29 degrees, 28 at the moment, sunny, slight breeze, pretty much what you'd expect in Cairns. However, it's going to actually get to about 31 degrees in the next week, so that's starting to get a little warmer, and I'm noticing that I'm getting to the stage where I'm not sure whether I really want to have the doona over me when I go to sleep at night. So that's sort of one of those indications it's getting warmer. I'll know it's definitely the warm season when I have to use the ceiling fan at night trying to sleep. So that's a definite indicator there. Oh, by the way, I put my money where my mouth is, and I actually put $60 on, I've got a sports bet account, I put $60 online on Donald Trump to win. I got 3 to 1 on it, and the odds the next day ended up at $2.80. So it looks like it might be shortening, but I'll just keep checking. I might even put some more money on. I'm that convinced that he will win, and I'll do a video on that because I've got a news.com.au article that's sort of claiming that Biden's way ahead, and personally I think that's ludicrous. So we'll see who's right. I was right last time in 2016, and we'll see if I'm right again now in 2020, but I'm sticking to my prediction that Trump will absolutely crush it in the election. So we'll see. Anyway, we have plenty of news. I'm back on the news format after my walk and talk that I posted yesterday. So I've caught up with those, and now I'll just get back onto the news. And of course, you know who's going to feature in this particular episode. Of course, it's Daniel Andrews and his wonderful police state down in Victoria. So I'll just start the first article from Daily News, and it is, "Welcome to Dan Andrews' police state, where going for a bike ride is a crime." Well, of course it is. I mean, how dare you get on two wheels and show some mobility and freedom? That is horrendous. What do you think you're doing? Seriously. Cyclist is pulled over and grilled by cops while out exercising in Melbourne after a private security guard claimed he was breaking the law. Cyclist interrogated by security guard and police while exercising in Melbourne. Well, thank God that the police are onto this, because it really is a crime wave. You know, we see so many people up here on, riding around on two wheels, and, I wish they'd just lock them all up, because, God, they're the lowest form of criminals, in my opinion. He filmed the incident where he was accused of breaching COVID-19 restrictions. He insisted he wasn't doing anything wrong and was within 5 kilometres of home. A cyclist has filmed the moment he was interrogated by police and a security guard while out for exercise during Melbourne's corona lockdown. The man was riding in an almost empty car park near the Queen Victoria Markets in the CBD when he was stopped by a female private security guard who noticed he wasn't wearing a fitted mask. Now, this is ludicrous. If you're actually out cycling, you have to wear a mask, even if you're socially distancing, which most cyclists would be doing by definition because they're out on a bike. You're not exactly going to make... This is the insanity of these lockdown laws. They have no basis in logic whatsoever. This is absolute garbage. And I am so sick of these imbeciles using corona as an excuse to basically chip away at our civil liberties. And that's what's going on. You're telling me someone outside, which is one of the safest environments to be in corona, on a bike, which means you're obviously not going to be next to everybody. You can't be. You have to have some space for safety. And you're still required to wear a mask. It doesn't make any sense. It's just stupidity, and it's authoritarianism, and it's a classic Dan Andrews act to just put people under his thumb. And that's what it's all about. It's control of the masses. "Come here. What's your reason for not wearing a mouthpiece, mate?" she demands. "No, you're not," the woman replied. "You're riding a bike and you're stopping the whole time along here and filming. That's not exercising. Exercise is continually going." Oh my God. Now, Now we're going to have debates over the definition of exercise. And apparently you're not allowed to film anything if you're on a push bike. What the hell is going on in our society? Is this the end of days? Maybe it is. Maybe this is a prelude to basically the crumbling of society, and we're going to have to rebuild from scratch, because if we've got to this extent, I'm wondering whether it's worth going on, because the level of stupidity and pettiness in our society has grown to such an extent, and the snowflake aspect as well. People are so vulnerable these days. They're so obsessed with personal safety. I mean, you know, when I was a kid, I used to ride on a bus by myself when I was about 5 years old. I mean, this would never happen today. You know, you always get chauffeured around by parents. It's just craziness. The footage shows the pair arguing as the commotion attracts the attention of two police officers patrolling nearby. He's riding along here without a mask, and he's stopping and filming. The security guard explains to the cops, who then take over. Of course, it's their job to basically harass people, not a security guard. I mean, there's a pecking order there. You know, who's the biggest fascist here? Is it the security guard, or is it the cops? The cops obviously want to be the top dogs when it comes to basically totally having control over the populace. The cyclist, who has a mask on him and puts it on, explains to the officers that he's filming his exercise for TikTok and insists he's not doing anything wrong as they take down his details. The cyclist's identity is unknown as the footage is muted while he provides his details. The man is heard insisting that he is within 5 kilometres of his home, a restriction imposed on Melburnians, prompting officers to investigate further on Google Maps. Oh my God. Well, I think there should be an inquiry into this guy. Maybe we should have a royal commission into what he's been doing. I mean, riding around Victoria Market, a tourist area, and then using TikTok, although I would have thought they'd like TikTok because TikTok is actually Chinese, and that's Dan's favourite country, and I would have thought an app that's actually been accused of promoting Chinese Communist Party propaganda would be actually something they'd applaud. There's a bit of an inconsistency here. I don't know where they're coming from. After a fruitless search and 7 minutes of questioning, the officers let the cyclist go. Oh, I bet you that made them feel really good for, you know, that they're really handling the coronavirus the right way. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't fine him, actually. I'm absolutely amazed they didn't fine him. Maybe it was because he's using TikTok. He's using a Communist Party, Chinese Communist Party approved app, and that might have got him out of the deep end. Thank you and have a good day. I'll continue my exercise, he said. The cyclist does several more laps of the car park while filming police as they grill other passers-by about their movements. Oh my God. This is a dystopian nightmare. It's Orwellian dystopian nightmare 101. Oh my. Geez, I tell you, Dan Andrews, you've really done a great job of absolutely destroying Victorian society. I think this was actually the place, because of the Eureka Stockade, was regarded as one of the areas where egalitarianism and freedom was lauded. Not anymore. Oh my! I'm smiling, but I'm not happy. This is really serious. It's pathetic. Victoria Police declined to comment on the footage. Well, they would, wouldn't they? Look, there's a major problem with the Victorian Police. They need a reform, a major reform, because, you know, I've noticed this from even when I was down there 4 years ago. They used to hunt in numbers. You would always get 4 cops on street corners in the CBD. I saw 8 cops at times. It's just ridiculous, and you wonder who's paying for all these people, because I mean they're not on bad money because they get a lot of overtime. And I'm just thinking, oh, this is pathetic. And of course now they have to employ young, short female cops as well. There's no restrictions anymore on like there used to be, which sort of made some occupational sense. But of course we can't do that anymore. So now you've got to have all these chicks in the cop force, and of course that means you've got to have a guy to accompany them to protect them. This is absurd. It's just I mean, maybe some of these women can handle themselves, but I bet you they're not under the same, employed under the same conditions, rigorous physical conditions that males are. I mean, that's happened in a number of industries, and I bet you it's the same with employment for cops. But don't quote me on it, but I just suspect strongly that that would be the case. We don't comment on specific allegations of breaches, a spokeswoman told the Daily Mail Australia. The footage was uploaded to YouTube on October the 6th, which has attracted more than 50,000 views and almost 1,000 comments. Wow, your police and government have completely lost their mind, one viewer commented. Another added, you've got to be kidding me. Nothing better to do than harass because they can. Around the world, the police are a breeding ground for thugs who think they are above the law. Cycling is permitted in Melbourne, but must be within the daily 2-hour outdoor limit and within a 5-kilometre radius of riders' homes or workplaces. These specific terms would drive me crazy if I was living there. We don't have any of this crap happening in Queensland, in Cairns anyway. It's just, it's close to normal. You never see masks up here, and it's relaxed, and God, I'm so happy I moved. Victorians don't have to wear a mask during exercise, but must use it whenever they leave their homes. And that's insane. I mean, like I said, if you're on a walking track by yourself, or you're on a bike in a fairly deserted area, why do you need to wear a mask? Is it just stupidity? Again, it doesn't give the individual any choice. It's all about what the party tells you to do, what Big Brother tells you to do. That's what you've got to follow. That's what it's all about. It's about getting people used to not having civil liberties. You're able to remove the mask if you're doing strenuous exercise where you're out of breath, running, cycling. The Vic Health website states, you're out of breath? Oh, okay, well, this is weird. The more I read of this stuff, the more insane it becomes. You still need to have a mask on you and put mask back on if you're walking before or after strenuous activity. Bicycle Network recommends cyclists wear a mask while riding. Most forms of outdoor exercise and non-contact community sports are now permitted in Melbourne except golf. And that's another one, except golf. Why is golf excluded? I mean, it's again, you keep your distance. You can socially distance from people you're playing with, for God's sake, when you're teeing off and whatever. But most occasions you're out in the open and you're right by yourself. That's just insane. These rules are insane, and people have got to start waking up to the fact they're insane and having a go at the government over it. This is crazy town. And by the way, there was a poll showing, I think it was about 75% of people are utterly fed up with that 5-kilometre limit, and fair enough. I've got a friend who keeps breaking it anyway. He goes to see his mate, and he's down in the dumps a bit, and he really needs that contact with his friend, who's actually about 7 kilometres away. But, you know, knowing how the Victorian Police act, I don't know if they'll cut him much slack, but you never know. You never know. Like I say, maybe he's got TikTok operating, he might be okay. As long as you have the Chinese Communist Party approved app, that will probably get you by. So that's basically my update for today. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, please give me a thumbs up or thumbs down and comment. Always enjoy the comments. And gee, I could really do a boost with subscriptions. I've actually gone backwards. I'm around 611. I've been bouncing around between about 610 to 613. So it'd be nice to get a bit of a boost there, but that's up to you guys, isn't it? Hopefully get some new viewers that might want to join the band and listen to my ravings on a daily basis. It might be asking a bit much, but what the hell. Okay, well look, that's it. Like I say, it's not a bad day. I think I'll get out in the afternoon, do a bit of shopping and enjoy the sun. And hope you guys have a chance to get out without masks wherever you are, and do the same. Not shopping necessarily, that's not the most exciting things, but you know, get out and maybe have a drink at a pub or whatever. I wouldn't mind doing that myself, but I won't be doing it today. I've got my Jameson's Irish whiskey at home, so I think they'll keep me going. But anyway, have a good day, look after yourselves, and I think I'll be back tomorrow.